Today, the UPSC CSE exam started. But did you know 12 UPSC CSE aspirants were in such a situation that they wouldn't have been able to appear for the exam for no fault of theirs? And the effort of a few good people have prevented this from happening. This is what we are going to discuss in today's episode of Straight Up by edX Live with me, Harsha, Tallapragada. Union Public Service Commission UPSC main exams began today and are scheduled to continue till September 24th. Now let's meet the man of the moment. Atish Kumar trains civil service aspirants and works towards helping candidates appearing for UPSC CSE in both legal and academic aspects. Hear it straight from him about what the issues actually were.
Now, out of these 17 students, 4 of them had issues with respect to non-availability of degree certificates by their respective universities, and 13 of them had minor clerical errors due to the competent authority not appropriately drafting the EWS certificates. Now, these have been students who've been preparing for the civil services exam, and they reached out to me, and on behalf of them, we approached the Honorable Supreme Court to issue an appropriate direction to the UPSC.
Is this a recurring issue? Why does this happen?
Now, this has been a recurring issue for the last 2 years. In fact, even the last year and the last to last year, we had approached the Supreme Court with something similar pertaining only to degrees, and the Supreme Court had ruled in our favor. Why this happens is because of 2 reasons. As far as the degree certificates are concerned, the rules of the Commission imply a date before which the students must have their degree certificates, but also allow students to appear for this exam while they are in the final year of their graduation degrees. Unfortunately, there have been several instances where several universities, even the top ones, have not been able to release the degrees in time, and therefore the students don't have the degrees with them, and therefore they cannot be supplied to the UPSC. Secondly, with respect to EWS certificates, because the policy is fairly new, there is in fact a larger issue of uniformity, clarity, and compliance, as EWS certificates are generally issued at the sub-district level. So therefore, there is often a gap between what the UPSC expects the certificates to be versus what is issued at the ground level, and back and forth coordination.
How did the matter proceed in the Supreme Court?
So we went to the Supreme Court. I'd like to place on record my official thanks to Mr. Gaurav Agarwal, who so keenly argued the matter, and my colleague Ms. Tanyashree, who's an advocate on record herself, for filing the matter and finalizing the draft on such short notice. I took up the matter pro bono, and therefore all the legal costs were internally borne. We placed on record before the Supreme Court the prior precedent in the 2 cases that we have successfully argued before the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court gave an appropriate direction to the UPSC to allow the students to write the mains exam this year.
Speaking to edX Live, he said Advocate Gaurav Agarwal argued the matter while Tanyashree was the advocate on record. We leave you with that. Stay tuned to edX Live to like, share and subscribe. Stay safe and mask up.